guys, it's been a while since I've done one of those Remembering Forgotten Memories videos, so fuck it, let's do one. Granted, this is a negative one, but we're gonna do it anyway, because I've debated telling this story so many times. I've probably done it in live streams at some point in time, but I figure I'll make it into its own standalone video, but yeah, just by the title alone, you have kind of a gist of what this is, so this is the story of the creeper who used to stalk my sister and I home from school. Yeah, this is not clickbait. This was a real thing in my life that went on for way too long and that the police did nothing about because the police in this area are useless! It's only freshly back in my mind again because of another incident where the police were useless! But anyway, so... just saying, had a lot of feelings. So, back in the day, when my youngest sister was still in elementary school, I was in high school, although by this point in time, I was homeschooled, so I was home all the time, and because of that, and since my sister went to school literally at the end of the street, granted, a long-ass street, my dad saw no point in coming home in the middle of the day from work to pick her up, take her home, and then go back to work. When he works half an hour away, that's like an hour of transit back and forth that he doesn't really need to do when I'm right there. Understood. Honestly, gave me an excuse to get out of the house for a little bit. Why not? So, granted, the unique setup of our living situation versus the geography of our street, I am one of the rare folks who can actually say, literally walked uphill both ways to school. Can actually say it because we live down a steep-ass driveway, so on the way there, had to walk up that mountain, and then the rest of the way to the school was downhill, but then the way back from there, you had to walk way back up the hill of the street, but then the driveway was downhill, so I mean, literally uphill both ways. I can actually say that and not have it be an exaggeration. But anyway, it's a long-ass street, and for me to make this trek literally took like a couple hours out of my day to do it, but that's okay. Like I said, it was an excuse to get out of the house, and frankly, I needed it. I was one of those kids that you totally need to go touch some grass. So, anywho, did this for the longest time, never had an issue with it for the longest damn time. Actually, there was a point in time I also picked my brother up from school, too, when he was still going there, but very quickly he got taller than me and didn't really need an escort home from school and was able to take care of his own damn self, so I didn't need to do it with him very long. But my sister, little bit of thing, 14-year age gap, yeah, she needed to have somebody walk her home, so anyways. So this was probably, I want to say, she was probably in about 3rd or 4th grade by this point. And since she was in kindergarten, I had been picking her up from school. I might have even been graduated by the time that this happened, come to think of it. But, trying to think, was I or wasn't I? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I took a ridiculous time to graduate anyway, so it doesn't matter. Anywho, that has no bearing on this story. I just, from my own mental placing, was trying to figure that out. But anywho, so for years I would do this, day in, day out. When I was still in school, I'd bring my backpack with me, and while I would wait for her to get out of school, I'd kind of work on some classwork while there, schlep back home, carry on about my day. When I was done with school of my own, I started just bringing, like, my iPod with me and listening to music while I walked there, and while I walked back, and just space out pretty much, as you do. Until at some point in time, while I was doing this, I became weirdly aware of this black Audi that it felt like I saw increasingly often while I would go get her. It seemed like, I don't know, I got this gut instinct about it that this isn't just a normal passerby on the street. For a while I tried to chalk it up to I'm a paranoid person. It's probably nothing. It's probably coincidental that I just happen to... I mean, people have jobs that they have to go to or come home from around the clock. I mean, it could be something like that. Maybe they have their own kids they're picking up. I don't fucking know. But, lo and behold, I would see the car increasingly often. And it got to be where it was, like, literally every day. And they would start slowing down behind me. Now, I was walking on the sidewalk, not in the street, so why would a random, not in any way creepy car be slowing down behind me as I walk down the street to an elementary school and just follow me? That didn't sit well with me the day that I became super keenly aware of that. The next day, because I was like, maybe I'm exaggerating it in my head. Maybe it just felt like they were following me. I don't know. I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt, as I do way too often in my life, and it almost always comes back to bite me for doing it. But try to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe I imagined it. Maybe it just seemed like they were following me. I don't know. But the next day, I brought my digital camera, because back then they weren't just built into phones, but brought my digital camera with me, had it in my pocket. I made a point of turning around this time and making eye contact with the driver and got to look at this dude's face really well for the first time. And it was a dude. Definitely not anybody that I recognized. And he had like this weird dead stare, like dead behind the eyes look, just like super creepy. It's like one of those people where you just know looking at them they're not normal and they do not have good intentions. It was one of those. Big time. I was like, oh, hell no. And imagine, lo and behold, the second I whip my camera out, zooms off. It's like, oh, shit. Okay. Now I'm way skeeved out. What the fuck? Yeah, I noticed they didn't trail behind me the way back that day either. I was just like, oh god, okay, I'm gonna end up on a milk carton, aren't I? Oh my god, what the fuck? So the following day I had it with me again, but I made sure it stayed in my hand and was on and was ready. So this time when I saw it, I just, done and done, but had the picture. I still have the picture. It still creeps me out to this day. It creeps me the fuck out. I mean, I don't know if I would get in trouble for putting somebody's face in here without their permission is the only reason I don't include it. But, oh, it's so sketch. It's so sketch, dude. But I made sure I got that, and I got their fucking license plate. So, I got what I could. But yeah, so definitely start walking as far away from the street on the sidewalk, as close to people's yards as I could. And I made a point of telling my parents that day that, hey, awkward story, this is a thing that's happening. And they both told me I'm probably just being paranoid. Great! Love it when parents don't take it seriously when their kids are actually literally fucking in danger. Oh boy, so I started power walking these fucking walks to and from the school and back, which is like, oh hell no, I'm gonna minimize the time I am out there. I started to try to vary up the times that I would leave. Like either I would stagger it to be later, or I would just go way early, thinking I would throw the dude off because he had gotten used to, like, the time I would be cruising through there because I work like clockwork normally, but so I started staggering it to throw the dude off. He caught on to that. And then he started waiting near the school and would follow back up the street. Now in hindsight is always 20/20. In hindsight, I probably should have like done a fake out of walking somewhere fake and like disappear for a bit and then go home so he wouldn't know where I actually lived. But It didn't dawn on me until after the fact that he watched where I walked into my driveway. So fuck. Now he knew where I live. The following day, I walk up, and he is literally at the top of the driveway, parked, just waiting. Have no idea how long he'd been there. I fucking booked it and ran down that goddamn street, and I'm asthmatic. My body is not built for running. I bolted down that street. Oh, look at that! This car is keeping up at a fine clip, still following behind me. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is not okay. Why I didn't think to tell somebody at the school. That shit, again, hindsight, but just panic was so kicked in, and my parents not taking it seriously. Just, I was so frustrated and didn't know what the fuck to do about this, and felt like they're literally sending me out into the crossfire with nary a care. And it's not just me they're putting in danger, they were putting my sister in danger with this too. It's like, what the fuck do I do with this? So I just fucking sprinted down there and made a point of just like lingering there as long as I fucking could until they told us we had to leave. So at this point, alright. And I tried to tell my sister what's up in the least terrifying way humanly possible. Yeah, guess who's waiting at the intersection at the end of the street? So I held onto her hand as tightly as possible, white-knuckled it, and yanked her ass and bolt! I was like, whatever you do, do not let go of my hand. Fucking ran up the street. And this is where it's like, I very much risked potentially getting into trouble for trespassing for this, but thankfully I didn't get into trouble for doing it. But the route that I took, I made it up to about my grandparents' house. Knocked on the door, nobody answered, the dude was right there, he's fucking pulling into their door. I was like, oh hell no, nope, and right out. So it's like, took the fucking side path. My uncle didn't have his house built there yet, so it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna cut across that field, I'm gonna cut through the neighbor's yard, and the other neighbor's yard, and just dip in. Holy shit, what the fuck? I was like, I can't do this anymore. After that, I was like, I fucking can't. I came home, I called the cops immediately, and told them everything that had gone down. And do you know what they told me? Because our cops are so useless in this area? They told me that, oh, did he actually put a hand on you? Did he actually do anything to physically threaten you, like actually make a move? No? Well, we can't do anything about it then. Call us back when he actually puts a hand on you. Dude, do you understand? This is totally a freaking abductor. Like, by the time that happens, it's going to be too late. Like, no, that is not an adequate answer. I think that is the day I lost faith in the cops in this area, like 100%. But, oh god, I called my dad at work immediately after that, like sobbing my heart out. Told him what had happened with that, told him that there's nothing on this planet you could do or say or offer me that will make me okay with walking to that school and back ever again with this dude around. Like, no, and you shouldn't be letting anybody else walk her home either, because apparently this dude is a friggin' predator of some kind. So, that ended that day, and he started driving home from work every day to come drive her home, but it was just, like, really unfortunate because of a fuck-up and because the police wouldn't do anything about this dude. Yeah. Just saying, it came that close to being a very different story, or whether or not I'd even be here to tell this tale. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm sweating right now, and this happened probably 10, 15 years ago. I am still shaken to my core this many years later, remembering that. And just the feeling of being brushed aside because they can't be bothered to do their damn job when there is that real of a fucking threat. Yeah, it did not sit well with me. Holy shit. And to this day, I don't know who the fuck that was. But I'm shaking right now. My hand is trembling on my leg. Yeah, it still freaks me out that bad, thinking how close something really, really bad was to happening there. If I'd even possibly done it one more day, even. And if I hadn't have literally ran for my fucking life both ways that day. Yeah. That. It just... Holy shit balls. Like, for real. Parents, take your kids seriously. If they take a story to you like that, take them seriously and find an action plan to protect them, because that is not okay. That is not a thing that should be happening to any kid. Ever. Or teenager, for that matter. It shouldn't be happening to anybody, but it's like, what the actual hell, dude? Oh my god. Just, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, that. And I still feel a chill go through me every time I see a damn black Audi. Even if they're newer ones, just to this day, I still just have flashbacks to that. I am hardcore triggered by them to this damn day. And it is not funny, it is not a joke. Yeah. It was bad. Thankfully, knock wood, I've not seen that car or that person anywhere near here in years. I guess they lost interest when I stopped doing that walk to go pick her up, but oh god, just just so not okay. So not okay. Ugh. Yeah, this is a juicier one of those Remembering Forgotten Memories videos, but yeah, y'all want the tea, there you go. Tea spilled everywhere. Anyway, that is that. Hope to God I never have to deal with anything like that again, because oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Scary, scary shit. But anyways, that's it for this one. Stay safe, guys! Is like the bottom line of this video. So anyway, that's it for this one. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, until next time, bye!